Okay guys, so see here we had to write a program. We had a PLSQL program. Okay, PLSQL program or procedure for an application using exception handling. So what is exception handling? Already I have said, right? Very simple, right? So first of all, what is exception? Exception means error, right? And then exception handling means all about handling errors. Okay, so here we will be writing one simple application here, PLSQL procedure, or you can say, right? So PLSQL program, a simple program, and how we can, if there is any error, right? So in this program, how to handle that? Here we will be writing it. Okay, so this is the exception part, and this you already know, right? I have said that there are three sections in PLSQL blocks. Okay, sections or blocks. We are having PLSQL blocks. So, which is the first block? Declare. Okay, and then begin and exception handling, declaration part, or declaration block, or the executive. This begin and end is the executable section or executable block. Okay, and then exception handling, exceptions will be writing in between begin and end. Okay, so please remember this. So in declare, what we have here, we are declaring some variables. What are the variables? We are having three variables here. EMP ID is one variable which we are declaring here. Okay, EMP ID and this is EMP ID of what? Of table employee emp table, right? So that is why we are writing EMP. Please remember this, where when you are creating, first of all, before uh, going with this program, obviously you have to create two tables, right? Which are the two tables? Already you know, right? I don't have to tell that, right? So please refer those two tables first, right? So EMP ID, we are having EMP. So one thing you have to remember very well is that when you are creating the tables, while creating the tables, whatever table name you have given there, same table name you have to give here. Okay, so a lot of you people do this mistake. While creating the table, you are giving one name, and here while writing the table name, you are giving some other name, right? So please don't do this. Okay, so please keep this in mind. While creating the table, whatever name you're giving, whatever table name you're giving, same table name you have to give here also, right? So I hope this is clear now. So now coming to this part, declaration part, we are declaring three variables, right? We are so EMP ID, because we will be displaying three things here. Okay, in this program, that is EMP ID, not EMP ID, EMP name and salary, right? EMP ID is for for reference. We'll be using this. So EMP ID, EMP is a table name. Okay, EMP or any whatever table name you have given there, table name dot, please write this table name, if you otherwise you'll forget. So table name will be writing here, whatever table name you have given while creating, dot EMP number. So this is like this is not a variable in this program. EMP number is an attribute which you will be creating while creating the table. In the table, EMP table, right? You will be creating attributes, right? So there, whatever attribute like EMP number or EMP e number, whatever you'll be writing, that same attribute name you have to give here also. Here also you have to keep this in mind. Okay, EMP number, this exact same name, attribute name has to be present in the table, otherwise you will get error. Okay, your program will not be executed. EMP number, percentage type. So first of all, why we use this percentage type is sometimes we may not remember well, right? So whatever data type we have assigned for this particular attribute, okay, in the table, in the EMP table. Okay, so that data type will be assigned, that same data type will be assigned to this variable EMP ID. For that purpose we use this percentage type. Okay, so this is a type of declaration we do here. And then we are assigning, this is the assignment operator, colon equal to. Okay, colon equal to is the assignment operator. Here we are assigning the EMP ID. Okay, EMP ID is 9000. Okay, So what we are trying to do here, we are trying to display the employee name and salary whose employee ID is 9,000. Okay, so this, see here, so one thing, you give the number which is present in your table, right? So like suppose, okay, so see here, one thing you have to know, in your table, right, the EMP number, right, the EMP numbers which will be assigning here, the value of EMP number which will be assigning here, that value has to be present in the table which you have created. Okay, otherwise you will get an error, right? So please keep this in mind. Here it is 9,000, but I might have not given this one row which has ID, EMP number 9,000. Okay, so please refer that, because I cannot remember for now, right? So maybe 7788 is present in your table, right, which we have done, right, which we have created. So 7788 might be the one. Okay, so now coming back to this EMP name, next one, EMP name is a variable which we are declaring here, right? So, and then same thing here, EMP, we are declaring employee name from which table, obviously emp table, right? Whichever table name you have created, that same table name you have to give here, emp dot e name. Okay, e name is an attribute, okay, which is present in your employee table, e name. Okay, here also see the attribute name whichever you have given, which you have created in the table, same name, exact thing, it has to be here also. Okay, in your table if you have given just name, okay, now instead of e name, if you have just given name, right, here also it has to be name, so don't write e name. Okay, so that is while in your table I'm saying, okay, when you are creating attributes for your employee table, right, so that same attribute name has to be given here also. Please keep this in mind. Okay, otherwise if you are getting error, then you'll get stuck forever and you will not execute the program, right? So please keep this in mind, right? If you have given e name as an attribute name in your table, then give e name. Okay, and then percentage type already have said, right? Percentage type means why we are declaring this percentage type here is whatever the data type you have given, you have created for this e name, that same data type will be assigned for this variable emp name. Okay, so here you can give any variable name, it is up to you, but attribute names you have to keep this in your mind properly. Okay, so this attribute name whatever you have given there in the table, that same attribute name has to be given here, and for the table name also same thing. Okay, table name whatever table name you have given there, same table name you have to give here. Okay, and then next is salary. Salary is a variable, again we are declaring salary of which table, emp obviously. Okay, your table name dot sal is the attribute name again here. Okay, sal or salary, right? So here better don't give same name here, right? Just here you give salary, and attribute name whatever you're giving there, if you are giving salary there in the table, right, and here you can give simply sal instead of salary, right? Otherwise it's up to you. If it is same also no problem, I don't think it will create any problem, right? So salary emp dot sal, percentage time, again whatever data type you have assigned for the salary attribute, that same data type will be assigned to this salary variable. Okay, so three variables we are declaring here. Okay, I hope this is fine now. And now coming to this executable part, executable block starts from begin and end, right? So yeah, okay, so this slash, I'll tell you why we use the slash here. So executable section starts from, like how in C programming you might have studied, right? The main function is where the main program starts executing, right? So here also this is the same thing, right? This is the main part of the PL/SQL program, right, where the execution begins. Okay, execution starts. Okay, so it starts with the keyword begin and keyword end, right? And for this, so here semicolon is written because this signifies the end of the executable section, so hence you have to write semicolon here. Please don't forget the semicolon here after end. Okay, so now coming to this begin. In begin, what are we doing? Select, we are writing one SQL query. Okay, select, same however we have done before, right? Select emp number. Select is used for fetching the data, okay, or displaying to display the data. Okay, select the emp number, comma e name, comma sal. So these are the attribute names, okay, that is present in your table. Which table? Emp table, obviously employee table. right? So select, we are just fetching the information, okay, that is based on EMP number, e name, salary, okay, salary, whose employee number, employee ID is 7788, okay, 7788, okay, whatever number you're having, 7788, right? Yeah. So here we're fetching the information, employee number, employee name, salary into these variables. Okay, we are it's like we are taking out the data from data of, that is EMP number, e name, salary into EMP ID variable, EMP name variable, and salary variable. Okay, these are variables which you are declared here, and these are the attributes. Okay, so what we're trying to do here in this statement is we are fetching the information. We're fetching what? EMP number, EMP name, salary, that is into these variables. Okay, from which table, that you have to mention, right? That is why we use this keyword from which table? Employee table. Okay, this is the table name here, so please understand this one. And then where, obviously I already said, right? So we are fetching information, EMP number, e name, salary into, we are putting into this, right? But who's based on whose employee ID, that we have to mention here. That is why for this one condition we'll be using, for the condition we are writing one where clause. Okay, where keyword will be starting from, where EMP number, where EMP number equal to EMP ID. Okay, that EMP ID already we have seen 7788. Okay, so that EMP number is actually, EMP number equal to EMP ID is the value that is stored in this EMP ID, that is 7788. We have already assigned that. While declaring right, EMP number value, that is 7788, already we have assigned that value will be stored already. Okay, that is in EMP ID, right? So whose EMP number is 7788. And then what we are trying to do here, next thing we are trying to do, we are just dvms underscore output underscore line of, we are printing employee name and salary, okay, along with the message. This is the message we are trying to print, right? So this message will be written within single quotes, not double quotes. Okay, single quotes it is. Employee name colon, this is the message we are printing, and along with that I want to print the value that is stored in the employee name variable, right? For that I have to use the concatenation operator, right? Or the pipeline operator. Okay, so pipeline operator already have said, right? It combines two or more expressions, right? So for that purpose we need this. Otherwise you can't directly, if you are just writing AP name, then that value which will be stored will not be displayed. Okay, so and then dbms output underscore line of salary, again one message, salary. Okay, pipeline symbol or concatenation operator, salary, whatever the value stored in salary, okay, that value will be displayed. And then this part is over, right? And then here we are having exception. Okay, here we'll be handling the exception. Okay, this is the exception part. So for that we have to write the keyword exception, right? Exception, what do we have? When no data found. These are the attributes we are having, when no data found and when others then. Still we are having more attributes, I'll discuss that later and send video again. When no data found, what is the meaning of this? When no data found, then, okay, mean to say while assigning the value 7788, right, in the table, if this value, if this ID is not available, right, that is what it means, when no data found. Okay, then it will print to print the message, dvms underscore output underscore line of no such employee will be displayed. Okay, if whatever this is the message we are trying to display. Okay, that is when no data found based on what, that value 7788. And then when others, then when others is another attribute we have in exception concept. When others means if there is any other error, okay, other than this concept. Okay, when others, then dbms underscore output, what we have to display, message oops error, or simply error, whatever you can give here in this message. Okay, just error or oops error you can give, right? So this is what we are trying to do. When no data found means if there is no data found, okay, whose ID 7788, then we have to display a message, no such employee. Okay, if the ID is present but there is some other error, then when others, that is what means when others, then dbms underscore output underscore line of oops error. Okay, so this is how we'll be handling errors. Okay, and then end, already I have said, right? So end is this is how we write executable block starts from keyword begin and end. Okay, and here we write semicolon because it signifies the termination of executable block. And then why we write this slash? To in order to run the program we use slash. Okay, so this is forward slash, not backslash, right? So don't do this mistake in this. Just simple forward slash you have to use to in order to run the program, right? So that this is all.